Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. If you get any benefit from this today, I would just really appreciate if you hit the like button and also if you subscribe to my channel so that way you never miss out on a time that I post. Today I'm going to be talking about broken engagements, and I think it's something that isn't really talked about a lot within the Christian circle, but I just wanted to put a video out there for you if you have just recently gone through a broken engagement, just to give you some encouragement and let you know that there is a light on the end of the tunnel. So last year I was in a relationship and we were dating, I think, for 4 months, and we got engaged, and I was really confident that this was a person that I wanted to marry. But as we went through premarital counseling and just dealt with some issues, it just wasn't working out, and the peace that I wanted in my marriage was just not there. And I prayed for a long time for just the Lord to fill me with His peace and fill me with His direction, and it just never came. So we decided to break off our engagement. And that was really hard. It wasn't an easy thing, but I think what I want to really highlight for you is that it's okay to have a broken engagement. I think within the Christian circle, a lot of times you can just be so confident that something is for you that it can feel very soul crushing that your relationship doesn't work out. You can feel like God may have let you down, or you can feel really not sure if you made the right decision, or maybe that person left you and it left you feeling very broken and empty. Whatever the case may be of why you had a broken engagement, I just want to reassure you that the Lord is still good. He still has a plan for your life, and the fact that this relationship didn't work out is really just a sign that the Lord has somebody else for you where the relationship is going to work out for you. I also wanted to kind of just go over some initial feelings that I felt straight out of just a broken engagement. I think initially, because we were planning for marriage, we were going to marriage counseling, is just feeling like doubting myself that I had either picked the wrong person or that I had really made a terrible decision, and I was really questioning whether I could pick someone good for me. And that's one thing I was really struggling with right out of the breakup. Another thing, I was really questioning whether that was the right decision. I really went back and forth whether pushing, because we did actually push the wedding back, I think twice. And every time I just couldn't go through with being married because I just needed more time. And I think for you, if you are experiencing just that kind of questioning whether that was what you were supposed to do or if that was what's supposed to happen, I just want to encourage you, looking back now that it's like a year later for me, if somebody really truly loves you, like, they are going to take the steps necessary to keep that relationship together, and they are going to fight for you. And if they are not willing to kind of go through the steps of like building into a marriage, then that person really isn't for you. No matter how many things they fit into the picture of being in a good relationship, that person just is not for you. And I know that can be really hard because you invested so much into the just wedding planning. You invested a lot into, maybe you already had your invitation sent out. Maybe you had already put deposits on a venue, which we had done. So there's just not only that emotional investment, but there's also that financial investment that you have now lost. And it can just leave you feeling very broken. It can leave you feeling very empty and lost. And I just wanted to share that though it is a hard thing to go through, and though it is kind of humiliating in a way, that really you can come out of it stronger. You can come out of it with hope that the Lord still has someone out there for you, even though you really wanted this person to be your future spouse. It doesn't mean that the Lord has abandoned you, and I think Satan can really try to get in there and lie to you. I just want to really encourage you that that is just not the case. The Lord loves you so much that He is protecting you from a potential disaster. I just know the Lord was protecting me. He was protecting me from something that would ultimately crush me. And I also want to say, like, just because a relationship is not working out at a certain time doesn't mean that God is saying no to that relationship forever. I've heard stories where people break up and then like years later they come back together, and it just was like a growing season that those people had to go through. So really pray about whether or not the Lord wants you to completely just let that relationship go, or continue to pray over that relationship. I think it's always wise, no matter if you never see yourself with that person again, or you do see yourself down the road with that person, to still pray for them. Whether they broke up with you or you broke up with them, pray for them. Pray that the Lord will encourage them. Pray that the Lord will direct their steps. Pray that the Lord will just draw them closer to you, because ultimately, or draw them closer to God, sorry. Ultimately, our biggest goal as a Christian is that we glorify the Lord in our lives. That if we do find a potential spouse, that in that relationship we are glorifying the Lord. And it can be really hard the first initial weeks coming out of a broken engagement. And if you're in that season, I just want to first tell you it's okay to mourn the relationship. You can't just pretend like that didn't happen. You just can't pretend like there wasn't something invested into that relationship. I think a lot of times, because at that point you've probably had your announcements out, you've probably had pictures on social media, and it's just really hard. Like, people are going to want to know what happened. They may ask you, and honestly, like, you don't have to give a reason right away, and you never have to give a reason if you don't want to give a reason. And I think it's just really good to allow yourself to mourn. It's really good just to allow yourself to cry and miss that person, because they were going to be a very significant part of your life. And once you get through kind of those first initial weeks, you're going to really want to contact that person. You're really gonna want to like bring that relationship back, because you miss the relationship. You miss just the connection that you had with that person. And I just really want to tell you, like, don't do that. Don't run back to something that God obviously closed the door to. And just me, like, personally, I feel like if that relationship was closed, it's going to take the Lord to reopen it. It's going to take the Lord to bring that person back into your life, and it shouldn't be necessarily you trying to reconstruct something that's already been torn down. So I just really want to encourage you, like, don't contact them. Just let God work in their lives. Let God be the rock, be the foundation, and to really lean into the Lord. So the other thing I wanted to say is the other temptation is to go the other route, which is just to jump into a new relationship. If you had been in a serious relationship for like a year or 6 months or even 4 months and you get out of the broken engagement, you just want to feel your loneliness. You want to feel the emptiness that you feel from the broken engagement, and so you just want to get out there. And that's another thing I just want to warn you about. Filling emptiness with another person is really just going to hurt you more in the long run. I know it sucks having lonely nights. I know it sucks not hearing someone say you're so beautiful or good morning, or having those late night conversations with someone who you really love. I just know that pain. I want to let you know, I know that pain. But entering into a relationship straight out the gate, I just believe is not very wise to do. You need time to heal. You need time to process what happened. You need time to forgive if there was any hurts involved. And you need time really just to assess like what it was that went wrong. And honestly, I believe there's two sides to every relationship. To completely blame it on the other person, I believe, is really unfair. There's obviously things that both of you need to work on. There's obviously things that both of you need to come before the Lord and just say, like, why didn't this work out? Why didn't my engagement work out? And what are some things that I can change personally within myself to make me a stronger Christian? What are some things that can make me be a blessing to that next relationship? And just really taking that time. Maybe get some books on relationships. Maybe just start a Bible study with some girlfriends. Something that can get you on track with the Lord. Going into my other point is don't run away from God. I think it can be really easy to get mad at God because when you've probably been waiting for your marriage a long time, and then just to have your marriage just crumble before it even started can be extremely discouraging and disheartening. But I just want to let you know that the Lord loves you so much. Like, He does not want you to get in a situation where you are going to be hurt. We can't see into the future. God can see into the future, and He is completely sovereign. He loves you so much that He's protecting you and guarding you in this situation. Even if it feels like He isn't, He is. And He is a good gift giver. He wants to give you the gift of a man that is going to be a blessing to you. He's going to be an encouragement to you. He's going to be someone who leads you spiritually, who battles against just the spiritual warfare that's going on right now in our world. And you want a man who is going to be so on fire for the Lord that he can lead you through any battle. And I just really want you to be filled with hope and restored that the Lord still loves you. And I think another feeling that you can feel after broken engagement is just kind of worthless. Like, you feel so, well, I'll just tell you feelings that I felt. I felt humiliated. I felt broken. I felt lied to. I felt just disappointed. I felt like there was a broken promise there. I felt abandoned, neglected, and unheard, and just a bunch of other things. But just all those to let you know, like, I know how you feel. I know that it sucks. I know that it feels like it's just, you're in a situation where no one's going to care about you again, and no one's going to love you like this person loved you. And all of that is a lie. It's just your emotions because you're so raw in the midst of your broken engagement. And so I just really want to encourage you. The Lord is not going to keep something good from you just because there was something painful that happened to you. That's not how the Lord works. He doesn't say, oh, well, you got this one chance at marriage and it didn't work out. Now you don't ever get a chance at marriage again. That's not how he is. He's loving. He cares about you. He wants you to be in a just a godly marriage. So know that if you are going through just the feelings of feeling worthless, or that no one is going to want you, or there's no man that is ever going to lead you spiritually, those are just lies of the enemy trying to get you to compromise, trying to get you to back down in your hope for a future. So I just really want to encourage you to keep battling in this season, even though it sucks, even though it's hard. But you are not a loser. You are not ever going to never find someone again. Like, that is such a lie. The Lord has someone for you. And I just want you to hold on to that hope. Hold on that even though this broken relationship hurts and it's lonely and you feel isolated in this moment because no one understands really what you're going through, the Lord knows. He knows your heart. Cry out to him right now. Cry out to him and don't run from him. Don't run from his people. Don't run from his promises. You need to drench yourself in God's promises, because that is what's going to help you not compromise. That's what's going to help you not run back to a potentially harmful relationship. That's what's going to carry you as you pray and believe that God is still leading you to something greater. And I just really hope that this video maybe sheds some light on just the situation that you're going through, that you're not alone, that other people have gone through the same situation, and that the Lord has carried them through. He's carried me through. I'm not saying that it wasn't hard. I'm not saying that I didn't go through really hard days, but the Lord has carried me through it. And I just want to say a quick prayer over you if you are in that season right now. Father, I just pray for anyone watching this video who has gone through just a broken engagement and they're having to cancel venues and they're having to call people who were supposed to come to their wedding, and they're having to take down pictures on social media, and they're having to let family members know that the broken engagement has happened. And God, I just pray that you will comfort their hurting hearts, that you would restore to them the joy of their salvation, that you would fill them with hope again, that you would fill them with the assurance that they are loved, that they are worthy, that they are beautiful, that you still have a plan and a purpose for their lives. And God, I pray that you would protect them from any lies of the enemy. I pray that you would protect them from discouragement. I pray that you would protect them from just a feeling of hopelessness. I pray, Lord, that you would fill them with confidence in the days ahead, that you would help them not to compromise in any way, but to have the full assurance that Jesus Christ is Lord of their lives. And God, that you would just heal the brokenness, that you would take the pain away, take the suffering away, and just fill it with a new heart restored in hope, because you are Lord. Because we can lose everything in this world, but as long as we have you, we have a full hope and a full assurance to just continue on another day. And I just pray these things in your precious name, Jesus. Amen. And I just hope this video encourages you, and that tomorrow you'll wake up feeling a little bit better.